What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eyebrow, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 18, and these potential spoilers. So obviously, spoiler warning. Now, I believe these are from the group We Are The Walking Dead Fans. It's Q&A style. So they ask a question, answer, rinse, repeat. I think there's 13 questions, and we're going to see Carol, Daryl, Leah, and Dog in this episode. Now let's get to it. Now it's the official We Are The Walking Dead Fans Q&A for episode 1018, Find Me. How does the episode begin? I really like the cold open on this one. I would love to say that it set the tone for the episode, but it's actually the exact opposite. It's Daryl going out to find materials to help fix Alexandria's wall, Carol wanting to come along to hunt, and the two having playful banter with happy music faded into the main theme. Who could tell it would be far from fun and games? Daryl runs to a cabin in present day. Is he with Carol? Is it Leah's cabin? What is he doing at the cabin? Yes and yes. While out hunting in present day, Dog takes off in a certain direction, barking, leading them there. Carol says they can seal up the door and stay there for the night. Dog starts digging for something under the floorboards. Carol finds provisions along with a note and asks Daryl, is this where she lived? Talking about Leah. And we have a whole breakdown and video of the opening minutes. Go check that out and you'll see what they're talking about with Carol and Daryl. And I guess this is Dog. The coloring just looks different for Dog at times. I guess this is him knocking up the floorboard and finding the provisions and the note. What can you tell us about Leah? While super hostile at first, then super distant, she comes around eventually. She was with a group once, was close enough with someone to call her sister. This woman died during childbirth, and Leah raised the baby, Matthew, as her own. He was a bit later on, still a child. She's been alone ever since. And I really hope Leah is not just a one episode character, but I kind of have a feeling she is, but we'll have to see. What kind of relationship do Leah and Daryl form? This is stretched over a long period of time. Daryl was first shown as he was 5 years ago. 2 years have passed since Rick's death. His first encounter with Leah is a year after this, a hostile one. She points a shotgun at him, but lets him go later. She won't tell him her name while he does. They meet up again after 6 months, again after 8 months. She tells him her name on that occasion, and for the last time after 3 months. This is when she tells him her story with her sister and Matthew. Daryl in turn tells her that he's lost his brother, his body was never found, and he won't stop looking until he finds out whether he's alive or not. They end up spending the following 10 months together. Sex is alluded to once, beyond subtle, beyond brief, sorry. After 10 months, they are shown having an argument. We get the impression that Daryl is going out again for just a couple days to continue looking for Rick. Leah gives him an ultimatum, asks him to choose between looking for his dead brother day after day or going back to the family he's been avoiding because it's too hard to face what happened, or staying with her. When he says he doesn't know where he belongs, she says he does. We then understand that he did leave, had a change of heart, came back only to find Leah gone. She gone. And the way I'm reading it and picturing it, it just feels like filler. Like they're like, what can we do for an episode with Daryl? Oh, we'll give him a love interest. Okay, is that gonna piss anyone off? Nah, the fans will love it. What is Doggo's origin story and how does he end up with Daryl? Apparently, Dog first appeared 4 years ago as a puppy. Leah had Dog's mom. Puppy Dog leads Daryl to Leah's place. He then keeps coming around. Daryl takes him back to Leah. That's how he ends up going there a couple times. When Leah disappears, Dog stays with Daryl. In a preview, we see Daryl seemingly screaming in frustration. What is that about? Daryl keeps a map of all the places he looked for Rick in his camp. The storm brings a huge amount of rain and the map is destroyed. I believe it's supposed to be his built-up frustration finally erupting. Is Carol at the cabin with Daryl in this episode? What is she doing? Apparently she already knows about Leah, but she suspects that Daryl hasn't told her the whole story. She asks him about her, and the flashbacks show what happened between them. Daryl feels guilty for abandoning Leah. He and Carol then get into an argument. And I kind of feel like it's a long time coming. They really didn't have a big argument for a while now, especially in the first 2 parts of season 10, A and B. And I guess this is it. It's been building and building, and we're going to have the big argument between them finally. Who else do we see or meet in this episode? It's just Daryl, Carol, Leah, and Dog. What do Carol and Daryl fight about? Do they resolve it by the end of the episode? Carol's actions during this season. Daryl is actually very dismissive towards her. He says she feels guilty that she's trying to run. He blames her for losing Connie. And when in response, she actually says that she's not sorry for making Alpha pay because I was right. He says all that matters to her is her being right. He says he's sick of them having the same conversation over and over and over and over again. He says he shouldn't have kept her from getting back on the boat, and that if she wants to run again, he won't stop her. I think all this is pretty much answers the second question too, but let me spell it out anyway. A big fat no. Are Michonne or Rick mentioned? Yes, but only in the flashbacks, mostly as in Carol having a hard time with neither Michonne nor Daryl being able to move on with their lives after losing Rick. And it's kind of what Carol and Daryl do. They have arguments, they fight, they get over it. Carol goes away, she comes back. They have arguments, they fight, they get over it. Carol goes away, they come back. It's just kind of what they've been doing for a while, and it's just kind of the relationship between Carol and Daryl. And I'm kind of excited to see, any mention of Rick, and we're still waiting for any major connection with Rick. Is he going to come back for the final season of The Walking Dead? I personally don't think so. We'll see him in the movies, but we just need some sort of connecting point. Give us a little breadcrumb, please. Carol finds a note. What does it say, and who wrote it? The note is from Daryl to Leah after he comes back to the cabin to find her gone. She gone. He leaves a note saying he does indeed belong with her, and he asks her to find him. How does the episode end? At the beginning of the episode, Carol was questioning whether their overall luck had run out or not. After Daryl has his say during their fight, she finally says that it turns out she was right, and their luck, his and hers, has run out. She then says that it's going to get dark soon and that she should go fix the door, and that's it. Anything else interesting? Not really, but I think it's safe to say that puppy dog is more than enough. Yeah, I'd say so too, especially if it's a cute puppy dog. So we'll get to see the origin story of Dog and Dog's mom, and a little bit of Dog running with Daryl and Carol. We'll see a little Daryl having a rainstorm in his little shack there that he built, looking for Rick. Carol and Daryl are going to have an argument, and overall, I thought the episode would be a little bit better, and hopefully it is. Again, sometimes we read the spoilers, and it doesn't sound too good, and then it's good. Personally like Carol, personally like Daryl. I'm not too worried about Leah. I'm not too worried about the relationship of Daryl and Leah and everything, but it just seems like it's a little filler episode to fill in the gaps where Daryl was, looking for Rick all the years that he went away. And I personally liked season 10, episode 17, but a lot of people didn't in Facebook groups and all over online. They're going to not like this episode then. If it's even slower and more boring than that episode, people are going to be like, boring. These episodes stink so far. Stinkfest. Come on. What are we doing here? But thank you guys. I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying that people are. So, people are going to be like, you hate The Walking Dead. Why are you doing that, bro? Relax. Thank you guys. Post your comments below. Stay safe and tell them, Daryl.
We love you.